This video is a quick overview of the syllabus. You should read the whole syllabus carefully on your own. Page 1, we have basic course information. My contact information is at the top. You can email me and my email address is here. However, I prefer that you contact me through Slack or Canvas. My office hours are on Tuesdays, 2 hours before class from 4 to 5 p.m. You are welcome to stop by without an appointment. I am happy to see you. Please do stop by. Okay, we've got the course description, big picture learning outcomes, and then on page 2 here, we have more specific learning objectives. I recommend that you read through these learning objectives and sort of take note of how you would rate your skills coming into the class and set some goals for yourself for the end of the class. On page 3, we have the tools we'll use for the course. We have a Canvas site. There's no textbook for the course. Everything you'll need, you'll find in Canvas. Most of the work you complete for the course, you will submit in Canvas. That being said, if either completing a short writing assignment on an electronic device is more of a hassle than it is helpful, in many cases it will be just fine if you handwrite your assignment and turn it in hard copy at the beginning of class. Much of the work can be submitted in hard copy. Just be sure to communicate. The number one thing that needs to be submitted to Canvas is papers, both rough and final draft. We will use Slack throughout the course, both in class and outside of class. This, again, is my preferred method of contact. You should sign up, if you haven't already, as soon as possible. And I recommend that you sign up on your phone in addition to any other mobile device, laptop, or whatever you use as your primary electronic device for school. And if you do put it on your phone, you're going to need to download the app. And be sure to take a look at the notification settings so you don't get notifications when you don't want them, say in the middle of the night. And you can also set it so you only get some of the notifications. I recommend that you receive notifications whenever somebody messages you personally directly and the course announcements. We will use argument mapping software called MindMup. It's free, web-based, nothing to download. Take a minute and check out this map called Why You Should Take This Class. It's just a preview of the kinds of things we'll create with this tool. On page 4, communication, methods of instruction, and academic integrity information. Maybe one thing worth highlighting here is that we will be gaming/role-playing as a method of instruction, and it's going to be a pretty important part of the class. So more on that in a little bit here. Of course, you should complete all of your work with integrity. The most basic definition of integrity is that it should be your own intellectual work. But there are no dumb questions when it comes to standards of academic integrity. When in doubt, ask. Code of conduct, you should be, of course, respectful and caring in our class and community. Let's see. Accommodation of disability. If you have accommodations for the course, reach out whenever you're able. Even if you don't have official accommodations, don't hesitate to reach out. If there's something I can do to ensure your success in the class, I'm happy to do it. So communicate. And then definitely feel free to make any physical changes you need to the classroom or to your own body. Feel free to stand up, stretch, whatever. 3 hours is too long to be sitting anyway. Okay, evaluation. What do you need to complete for a grade? You can see the relative weight of various kinds of assignments. Everything in green will be sort of the major papers for the class. You'll do a lot of smaller writing assignments, but these are the actual papers. 1, 2, 3, 4, each one worth more than the last. The other half of the course is weekly homework, which will often be short writing assignments, in-class activities, and weekly check-ins. Now you can see the breakdown in terms of points as well in this little chart. So there are 1,000 points possible in the course, and you can see how to earn those points clearly here. So in-class activities, there are 16 days of class. Think of each time you come to class being worth 10 points, and you can earn up to 150, which means you can miss a day of class with no penalty. If you have an excused absence, it may be possible to make up in-class points. So definitely communicate if you have to miss more than one class. But hopefully most people will be in class most days because we're going to do a lot of important stuff. Weekly homework, there will be 15 homework assignments, and there will be 15 opportunities to check in. This will be something you do on Canvas. Each homework activity will be worth 20 points. These will generally be graded on a pass, no pass basis with clear passing criteria. And check-ins will be short, easy, straightforward things that you'll do in Canvas, the kind of thing that should take you about 5 minutes to complete, and everyone should get full credit for them. Only 10 of them will count towards your grades. You can miss up to 5 without penalty. In light gray here, you'll see it says course eval. This is our only extra credit opportunity for the course. So there will be a 20-point course evaluation in Canvas towards the end of the semester. Okay, add it up, and those are the points and how they break it down. Final letter grade, basic distribution here. More information about each of the evaluation categories is on page 6 here. So the topic for each paper, the length, and the due date. Notice they're all due on Fridays, end of day, 11:59 p.m. Fridays. So this is all stuff due on Friday. Then the other stuff will all be due on Tuesdays before class, a weekly homework, and then in-class activities you'll do in class, and a weekly check-in where you can miss up to 5. Be sure to read the details here. Late work policies. Homework is due at the beginning of class, 6 p.m., whether it's submitted in Canvas or turned in hard copy in class. Homework that is submitted after the due date or time, so after 6 p.m., is docked a straight 5 points. It doesn't matter if it's due, if you submit it like during break in class or 1 week late. Late is late, 5 points docked. More than 1 week, homework may not be accepted. Papers policy. So papers that are submitted before the due date and time, in other words, papers that are on time, will receive 10 bonus points, not to exceed the value of the paper. So you can't get extra credit, but you can get credit. Papers that are received within 5 days of the due date, which will always be a Wednesday, will not be penalized. Papers that are more than 5 days late may not be accepted. So bonus for early, no penalty for slightly late, may not be accepted if it's excessively late. Check-ins, late check-ins are not accepted. If you are late to check in 1 week, you will check in for the next week, and you may miss up to 5 without penalty. Page 7, we have important dates. So the last date to drop with a refund is the 30th, and likewise without a W is the 30th. The last day to withdraw and not receive a grade in the course is October 25th. Those are some of the more important dates you should have on your calendar if there's any chance you're going to want to withdraw. And on page 8, we have the course schedule. You should definitely read through the course schedule and get a sense of the sort of overarching structure of the course and put some of the more important dates on your calendar. So for example, the due dates for the papers. Notice they're all on Fridays, and that these are shaded means these are not days where class meets. Likewise, Thanksgiving break, there will be a Tuesday where class doesn't meet. So put those on your calendar. Other dates that you should definitely have on your calendar as especially important not to miss are the days where we are playing games in class. So we will continue the North Korean famine role-playing game on the 10th, and then we won't have games for the second leg of the course, but then there will be a whole month where every Tuesday we're going to be in character role-playing in October to November. So those are especially important days to be in class. All of the days are important, but other important days are the workshop days. We will have rough draft workshops for 3 of the papers. You should bring 3 hard copies of your paper to those workshops. Then also make note of any day on the schedule that says workshop at all, so like homework workshops as well. Anytime workshopping is on the schedule, you should bring something with you to workshop your homework, which will on workshop days usually be an argument map or a short writing assignment. So whether you print it or handwrite it, doesn't matter, but you should have something to workshop. It may be possible to just have it electronically available to share, but that depends on whether or not you have a device to share it on. So if you have a laptop and you can turn your laptop to your partner and let them read your thing, that could work. If all you have is your own personal phone, you probably don't want to hand your phone to your partner to read your work, and they probably don't want to read it on a tiny screen. So it's possible to do stuff electronically, and I'm all for not cutting down trees. Just make sure that you will be able to workshop your things some way. But for the rough draft workshops, you should plan to print and make a note of where to print stuff at on campus if you don't have your own printer. Okay, that about covers the syllabus. If you have any follow-up questions, don't hesitate to reach out.